What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Poke Office. My name is Colin. Today's video is a response to a video that just came out this last week from okJLUV. He was talking about how much like the Pokemon YouTube scene has investing and it's overdone and too much and blah, 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 blah. And honestly, he made a couple good points, but a couple bad points too. So I thought I'd just respond, talk about my whole thoughts on the Pokemon investing thing, Pokemon collecting thing, where I'm at personally, and hopefully you enjoy the little ramble session. So I've broken it down into a few different sections. Who knows how long I'll talk for? It might be a quick video, might be a long video. I haven't decided yet. But before we get started, if you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button, leaving a comment, especially if you like my content. If you don't like my content, then don't do those things because, I mean, I just, at the end of the day, want the Pokemon community to grow together. I think Pokemon is a really cool hobby. I'm really thankful that I found it again like 2 years ago now. I'm loving every single part of it. So I'm not really around for like the hate on other YouTubers or the hate on like different people. That's not my jam. I don't want any part in that. And I'd rather just have a good time opening Pokemon cards, no matter what you like to do. If you're a collector or a collector of sealed product or an investor or a little bit of both or a little bit of none, it doesn't matter to me. As long as you're enjoying the Pokemon hobby, I think that's the best. So that's where I wanted to start. That's kind of my mindset coming into this entire thing, is that, I mean, if people want to hate on my videos, I don't really care. And if people don't like my content, then I don't care. Like, just don't watch it. It doesn't matter to me. I'm having a lot of fun making the content. Like, part of it is, yes, I like making YouTube videos because I want to make some money. Like, it is a business for me. But number two is that I just love Pokemon. I like looking at the graphs. I like looking at the data. I like talking about cards and sealed product. I like collecting cards and sealed product. So this is just like a legit big time hobby for me. I nerd out about it when I'm at work. I nerd out about it when I'm sleeping. I dream about it. Like, it's a hobby. I am a nerd. So that's where I'm coming from. And I watch a lot of other people's Pokemon content too. So like, it doesn't matter. If you don't like it, good, and move along. And if you do like it, then I'm glad you're here. So if that's you, make sure to hit all those buttons for me. It really does help my channel. So anyways, my first point actually is JLUV was talking about, like, is Pokemon actually a real investment? Pokemon can print this stuff whenever they want to. And it's like, yeah, that's true. But then NostalgiaNomics came out, and he's a little bit more feisty than me, which I appreciate. He came out with a really good video. I'll link it down below in the description, talking about, like, if you were to go back 10 years and put your money in the S&P 500, or you were to do your 401k with your company matching that, or in Canada it's called your RRSPs and whatnot. Doesn't matter. If you were to do that, or you were to spend a certain amount of money on Pokemon booster boxes for the last 10 years, Pokemon booster boxes have far outperformed anything like the S&P 500, like your 401k. Kind of crazy. Also has outperformed stocks like Berkshire Hathaway, which is a big one, Warren Buffett kind of stuff. But I'm not going to sit here saying, like, yeah, all of my retirement money or all of my investment money is in Pokemon, because that's not even close to remotely true. I have to pay into a pension. I'm obligated to do that for where I work. But I also, like, I have some stocks and I have bought into Tesla and whatnot. So the argument on the flip side of that is, like, Pokemon can print their stuff whenever they feel like it. Of course they can. It's their IP. They can do whatever they want to. I've talked about that in videos before, but the precedent hasn't really been set. Once a Pokemon set goes out of print, it has never come back. They've reprinted the artworks, but it's in a new set. So I just don't see them doing that, because the history doesn't show that they do that. And I think Pokemon in and of itself is, like, the company wants to treat investors and collectors, the whole collectability aspect of it, well, because that's what builds their IP even more. And part of collectability is investing. That's a later point, so we'll go there in a little bit. But yeah, Pokemon could reprint it whenever, but they just don't have the history to do that. I mean, I own some Tesla stock, and Elon Musk starts spouting off nonsense about random things, and Tesla stock falls down, and then their sales come back up, and then the stock goes back up. Like, everything is volatile. It depends on how volatile stuff you want to go. You could go for a guaranteed investment fund, and I mean, you could make your 3 to 5%. Or if you were to go back into Pokemon, I think NostalgiaNomics was like, I think you would have 8 or 9 times your money over the last 10 years if you were to spend like, I think a booster box of each set from X and Y forward, you would have 9 times your money, which is absolutely crazy. Almost doubling every year. Unbelievable. Second point is that really, I think collecting and investing go hand in hand. And I've been meaning to make a video about this for a long time, but I still haven't quite like wrapped my head around it. But collecting, you can't collect without investing a little bit. Like everything behind me here, yeah, there's some stuff that's cheap. Like there's some Funko Pops there that are 10 or 15 bucks, not too bad. But the cool things in my collection are the ones that are worth the most money. Like those are the ones that I value the most. Why? Because they're worth the most money. Like it's me investing. Even though it's a collection, I like it when the value of my collection grows. Like that's awesome. And I can see why a collector would say like, yeah, the value doesn't matter so much to me. I collect the artworks that matter. But more often than not, I have a sneaky suspicion that people are like, yeah, I like to see my investment or my collection grow in value because that makes it like more unique. It makes it a little bit cooler. Wow, you have that? That's worth like $3,000. That's amazing, right? Like it's the emotional attachment to both your collection piece, but to the financial value of that piece as well. So I think there's like these going hand in hand. Plus, here's the big piece of this point. If there was no such thing as Pokemon investing, why would anyone still have base set booster boxes in stock? Why would we be able to still buy vintage? Why would vintage packs be being opened on YouTube like on a weekly basis? Legit, PokeRev, like just how a month or two ago, opened a first edition base set booster box. Like someone had to invest and hold on to base set booster boxes for this to happen in 2024. Like that's wild, but that's so cool that people had the vision back in 1999 to hold those booster boxes so that now 25, 26 years later, we could still be opening this stuff. Like I really, really enjoyed watching that live stream from PokeRev, watching him open a first edition base set booster box. Like how cool is that? And the same thing rings true today. Like think about 25 years from now. Pokemon IP is already massive and there's new people, new kids coming into Pokemon all the time. 25 years from now, they're going to be my age or a little older, and they're going to be wanting to open the Pokemon packs. Think about it. Scarlet and Violet, the first English era to have silver borders, they're going to want in on that 25 years from now. And there's going to be some booster boxes available. I think that is super cool. All right, here's my last, and I think it's my final point, but you never know when the ramble stops, okay? Pokemon investing is just like the low-hanging fruit of YouTube. If you want to start a Pokemon YouTube channel, I would highly recommend that you start talking about like the financial aspect of Pokemon or Pokemon investing or Pokemon collecting from a financial view. It's the low-hanging fruit. There's a reason why my channel has grown pretty substantially and that I started getting more views on my channel. Partly because I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but partly because I think I make pretty good content. Partly because I think I'm somewhat relatable because I'm just some average Joe who loves Pokemon. But partly because I'm talking about Pokemon investing. Like, legitimately, every single one of my videos that does well has some form of Pokemon investing in the thumbnail or in the title. Like, it just is a thing. When I don't do that, my videos don't do nearly as well. People are interested in this right now. It is a super hot topic on YouTube. And why wouldn't I do that? Like, I had this naive ambition when I started my YouTube channel to just rip packs and be the next PokeRev. And you know what? I don't have nearly the charisma to do it like PokeRev does it, or like Pokevault does it, or like Cool Trainer Ryan does it. That's just not a thing. That's not me. So I had to find my own niche to figure it out. And so if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, find your own niche, but like that's the low-hanging fruit. People watch Pokemon investing. The searches show it. Like doing any search engine optimization on YouTube, you know that Pokemon investing is a really hot topic. So why do you think that happens? And to be fair, Here's my issue with okJLUV's video is that he didn't call out the big YouTubers. He called out the small YouTubers like me, like NostalgiaNomics, like PokeOz. There's a bunch of others that he put in the video. And I didn't take any offense to it. It was fine. But where do you think PokeVault got his start? He started talking about investing in Pokemon cards. Where do you think Cool Trainer Ryan got his start? He was just like degenning hard, going into debt to buy more Pokemon and build his collection. He's invested in it. That's the way he's made all his money. Otherwise, he'd just be an average Joe too. PokeRev, did he not invest in Pokemon cards? He had a first edition base set booster box that he just opened, for goodness sakes, and there's no way that he paid over 200 grand for that booster box. He sold it for over 200 grand. There's no way he paid over 200 grand for that. I think that was part of his collection. He invested in it, and now he has the means to do that. So I have no problem with it. I love it. I am totally here for it. Totally here for it. okJLUV also didn't call out Danny Phantom, which, I mean, to be fair, Danny Phantom is the bomb. I love Danny Phantom. Shout out to Danny Phantom. Go check him out. He's kind of my, I modeled my stuff kind of after Danny Phantom because I loved his content so much. But why call out the small YouTubers? I didn't really understand that. Okay, the actual last thing I just thought about it that I wanted to talk about is that okJLUV said that there's too many channels on YouTube talking about Pokemon investing. And I could kind of see that. I can agree with that to some extent because it seems like every day there's new people popping up on my YouTube feed. But why do I care? First of all, if you want to go make content, go make some content. Be your own person. Figure it out. And if it succeeds, awesome. If it doesn't, who cares? You just put some content out on YouTube. I have zero problem seeing people show up on my YouTube feed. That doesn't bug me in the least bit. And like I said, Pokemon investing is a bit of the low-hanging fruit. So if you want to go start your own content, go do it. And probably you're going to suck when you first get behind a video camera and a microphone. Because I certainly did. If you go watch some of my previous videos, I was absolutely awful. But that's part of the growth journey, which makes this thing so fun. I thoroughly enjoy and look forward to getting behind the camera and preparing these videos for everyone. And if you like it, keep watching the Poke Office. If you don't, well, don't subscribe to the Poke Office. That's totally fine. And I'm the same way. I probably am one who I don't hit the subscribe button right away on other content creators. But if you can prove to me that you make good videos and that I enjoy watching you and you're consistent, well, then I'm going to subscribe to you too because I love the Pokemon community. That's the final straw in this conversation is that I love the Pokemon community. I am legitimately so excited to go to Card Party coming up soon because I get to meet people. I get to be with other people who just love Pokemon. And I love talking to you who's watching about Pokemon. Whether you listen or not, I just get to talk about Pokemon. This is what I do after I get home from work. This is my hobby. I love it. I want to build up that Pokemon community. Hopefully you enjoyed my thoughts on the matter. Hopefully that you spread the cheer and the love of Pokemon because that's what makes this hobby so special. Because there's a lot of people who try and ruin it and think that Scarlet and Violet sucks, or people who sell fake booster boxes, or people who list their cards as near mint when they're clearly not. There's people who can ruin the hobby really quick. So be a person who makes the hobby better for everyone. That's what I'm trying to do. I hope you can see that from my demeanor. And of course, I'm not just about Pokemon investing. I collect too, which is why I'm still chasing that stupid Magikarp that I decided to sell that had the PSA 10. So I got to get another one. Here's 10 more packs of Paldea Evolved. All right. So I think I've also said it before, but I've never pulled the Iono Special Illustration Rare out of the set either. So I would definitely take that as well. But that Magikarp is just so special, and it keeps increasing in price, which is maybe the crazy part about it. That's legitimately the one that got away from me. There's a few other ones. Like, I sold the Tyranitar. It's a boss hog. The Tyranitar V from Battle Styles in a Gem Mint 10 as well. And I kind of like that one back too, but we'll see. We'll see. But seriously, like, part of it, I didn't talk about this in like the ramble part of the video, but part of what I love about Pokemon investing is that I like collecting sealed product. Like, I think that's probably, I like collecting that more than I like collecting the actual cards for some reason. Like, don't get me wrong, I love ripping open packs, but I really enjoy seeing my booster box collection behind me, and I like having a case of Evolving Skies, even though it's not a full case anymore. Like, that kind of chase really excites me to get that kind of stuff, and seeing the value increase also excites me. Like, it's a little dopamine hit every time. So I don't know, like, I think there's a level of investing in every collector, whether you consider it investing or whether you don't call it that. I still think people typically like seeing their investment grow. I think that's just human nature. And if I'm wrong, let me know. Let me know for sure, because legitimately, I'm just spewing off nonsense here. But that's my take on it anyways. If you haven't yet, I would actually really encourage you to go watch that okJLUV video and the NostalgiaNomics video. I think both bring interesting perspectives, and I'm here for it. Like I said, I watch a ton of Pokemon YouTube content. Definitely not just here to spew my own thoughts, and not. I'm definitely a consumer as well as a creator. So come on. Okay. The Chien Pao is a card that I absolutely love, but the Iono is the one that has not come to me yet. Come on, baby. 3, 2, 1. So close. It's still an absolutely gorgeous card. The Jigglypuff in there. I mean, I don't know how to say the dude's name. Saguaro? Sagaro? I don't know. I don't know. Still a special illustration rare, and a nice one at that. Oof, but it was a supporter. We are close to the Iono. Alright. I mean, hard to complain about a special illustration rare. Anytime in a video I get to do that, it's fun. Now, with 2 packs left, we'll just pull the Magikarp. I'll lose my mind, and I'll sleep easy tonight. Come on. That was our first hit, though. This has not been a good 10 packs, but the special illustration rare makes a lot of bad packs look a lot better. That is a really cool card. The Squovid in there, the Delibird in there. I enjoy it. And that's another thing. This isn't investing, but Pokemon artwork is really, really good lately. This is the last pack. Come on. Nada. Only 1 hit. But it was the special illustration rare. I'm not going to pronounce it again. I'm not going to do it. All right, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and hit the like button for me. It really does help me get out to more people. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Go check out the okJLUV video. Go check out the NostalgiaNomics video. I'll list them down below in the description. I appreciate you guys. I love the community. Love the community we're building here at the Poke Office. So that's going to do it for me at the Poke Office. My name is Colin. Until my next video, peace.